This is Good Morning Nigeria, live on the network service of the NTA. My name is Claire and Demola is here. And in just a moment, Chukwudo Kole Ubaja, alias Chooks the Boy, will be joining us for newspaper review.
Thank you for staying with us. You're still on Good Morning Nigeria. And we have Chukwudi Okoli Ugbaja.
Yes, I think you've Chooks the boyed me enough to address me properly. Because without this Chooks the boy not a land well.
Well,
how you doing? Good morning.
I'm doing
well, how are you?
Remember, Ian told you yesterday what to do. You know what? You know the advice Ian told you yesterday.
What was the advice?
Well, he needs to say it.
Review newspaper, beg.
Okay. Don't want you to know. Let me start with the blueprint. And the blueprint says, airport breaches, NCAA goes tough, orders mobile phones, devices switched off during flights, summons Ibom air crew, Emerson for further probe, and vows to uncover all facts around infractions. Nigeria spends $10 billion annually on food imports, that according to federal government. And FC Minister Wike commissions rehabilitated 50 billion naira Lower Usman Dam. And the Royal War, Yoruba Forum, Ekiti Monarch caution as only dismisses Alafin's threat. That's the blueprint. And Governor Dodo's father buried in Upogoro community amid tributes. We also have federal government orders immediate disbursement of $700 million cabotage fund. And in sports, Chang, home-based Super Eagles bow out with win over Congo. All right, let me just take the second paper, which is the People's Daily. And the People's Daily says, Al-Shabaab suspects court grants DSS request to shield witness. Rules on bail application September 10. Below the nameplate, you have other stories. Residents protest alleged illegal demolition of homes by military in Jaji. And police arrest 13 cattle rustlers, recover 27 stolen cows in Kaduna. And President Tinubu removed 5% telecom levy under new tax law. That's according to the NCC. There are other stories. Okay, these are political stories. So let me allow Demola, please.
Okay. Yeah. Let me start with the Business NG. And just above that nameplate, we have federal government summons Ibom air crew, passenger over flight incident. Nigeria spends $10 billion annually on food imports. That's by the minister. Details of that story can be found on page 2. Banks set for fresh gains as inflation drops. Rate cut looms. That is the major headline of that newspaper. And customs seizes 690 million illicit drugs in Katsina, links smuggling to banditry. Then we have NCAA orders full phone shut down during flights. NCAA orders full phone shut down during flights. Then we have oil price decline, deepens, strengthens Nigeria fiscal stability. All this from the Business NG. Now to the Vanguard newspaper. We have the Vanguard newspaper just above that nameplate of the Vanguard newspaper. Just the blue strip. We have Edo Cardoso strengthened fiscal monetary partnership. 2027 Amechi's presidential bid dead on arrival by Wike. That is on page 11. NBA writes AGF demands release of Osun local government funds. Details of that story can be found on page 10. NCAA summons Ibon Air cabin crew Emerson for further investigation. U.S. report raises concern over security justice in Nigeria. Details of that story can be found on page 5. We recorded 35,000 cases of right violations, 375 killings in July. Our Catholic Church attackers had links with foreign terrorist groups. DSS tells court. Details on page 8. Northwest stakeholders, security chiefs rally against banditry. That story can be found on page 13. Bandits killed 13 worshippers in Katsina Mosque. The details of that story is on page 26. Abuja court freezes 4 bank accounts linked to ex-NNPCL boss Kyari, and vision restored. How Vanguard is changing lives. Anyway, that story, the details of that story can be found on page 7. Over to you, Chooks.
Our Catholic Church attackers had links with foreign terrorist groups. That's the DSS talking to the court. And you would say, well, they are just restating or re-emphasizing it because these terrorists definitely are not homegrown anymore.
Yeah.
They are not, you know. The bit I would actually raise an eyebrow about is Al-Shabaab suspects court grants DSS request to shield witness. I thought that the security agency could actually make that their own initiative. I didn't know that they would need to talk to the court first before that could happen. But it's all to ensure that you don't endanger the life of somebody who wants to testify against people who say that mayhem is the best way to live life. Oil price decline threatens Nigeria's fiscal stability. What's our benchmark for the, I think, is it 75?
75.
I think so.
Yeah, 75.
So if it drops below that, of course, it makes,
yes,
it might not exactly imperil, that may be a high word, but it's going to put a few wedges, you know, in the running of the economy. But I think that oil price does not really stay down forever.
No,
These declines are ephemeral. Mm-hmm. It's just I told Nyeri the other time when she said petrol price was going up. I said no, it will come down within 2 weeks again, and that's coming down in Nigeria as well. Claire, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I wanted to say about the oil price. Mm-hmm. You know, you should also know that it's dictated by global happenings.
That's it.
Yes, so you don't expect that, it will remain fixed.
It's always a volatile.
Yes,
it's
global
always a
oil price
situation.
Never. Yes, and what we should be what we should be asking is what is, the cause of this decline now? What is happening that is impacting on decline? And the decline follows renewed diplomatic efforts involving U.S. President Donald Trump, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and Ukrainian President, Zelensky.
Yes.
So we know.
Actually, the discussion started on Monday.
That's
and there is the U.S. President is actually making a headway.
Yes.
You have the European leaders also joining in the discussion to bring a ceasefire to the war that has been ravaging that part of the region.
Yeah.
For so long.
But the clause is the fear really is that President Trump may decide to remove the sanction on Russian, oil, and if that happens, it means that you will now have more, countries, producing and contributing into the system, which would be,
He was actually threatening more sanctions. They should have taken hold on Friday, but because of the latest round of peace initiative and all that, he has halted it for now. Even India, secondary sanctions were supposed to come into force. That is, we sanction people who are patronizing you. That's secondary sanctions. That has also been halted. We all know that Donald Trump is really hoping that the Nobel Peace Prize will come to him at the end of the day. But you know, like him or hate him, you know, Trump is settling disputes.
You know, the
Congo,
condition,
Pakistan and India,
yes,
you know.
The condition that is before Zelensky, I really don't know. That's a Hobson's choice.
My dear,
you know, so
no choice at all.
No choice at all.
Explain what Hobson's choice is. I like that.
You know, I mean, don't go NATO, don't go...
You don't want to be in that man's shoes. But I praise him. Somebody who was a comedian is really putting up iron steel, steel edge to diplomacy.
I'm sorry, you talk about comedians as if they do not have, you know, intellectual capacity.
Claire,
you need to
this
clarify
program lasts for just 15 minutes.
No, but
don't
you
stretch
need to.
me.
No.
What I meant was that somebody who had it as a natural gift to make people laugh could suddenly become a very stern diplomat, president, and all that. They seem to be at two extremes. But as you said,
I'm actually saving you.
Being comic doesn't mean that you're no longer firm.
Precisely.
So
I thought we could also look at...
Let's look at this. The bank set for fresh gains as inflation drops. That seems to be a good news.
I said last week that
loans
let's stop sounding like sycophants and saying that Tinubu is a competent person. I know that I said that.
By how much did they? By how much did it drop?
I said that 1 year ago. I said that for.
Well, they said the details is
21%. Okay. Remember, we got to 27.
Yes, the biggest winners actually slows the expectation rise that the central bank may soon cut interest rate as well.
Yes.
And Business NG is reporting that the banking index, which tracks the performance of major banks, has already surged.
Cutting interest rates means that borrowing by industries, companies, and all that is going to become a lot more beneficial. Because interest rate
and it has, as a result, Nigeria annual inflation rate eased to 21.88%.
Yes, I told you it's 21% now.
Yes.
So we are safe.
What month is that?
July.
Yes.
So we're yet to have.
It's going to move down more. It's going to move down more. But let's not begin to sound like the media aid of the president.
Actually,
you know?
But
the truth is,
the target actually is 15%.
Yes.
They are hoping
for a developing country that might sound otherwise 15 in the UK, US is still.
I was listening to conversations around this. I don't know if this is a new one. I've not gone through it, but I was listening to conversations around the latest thing, and what these economic experts say is that the decline was actually a marginal decline in increase in the prices of items.
Well, it's happening. So the last time we had something in that range was
understand.
We discussed it here.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The last time we had something close to that was 2023. The truth is that the economic policies are beginning to work. They are, if nowhere else, at the macro level. What you and I are looking for is for it to percolate into micro, realities.
I actually bought some good, bunch of plantain yesterday. I was shocked. I had not eaten plantain.
Would it concern us with your plantain?
No. I'm just telling you, just reaffirming what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that I bought.
Thank you.
I had not bought plantain in
I keep on telling journalists. I'm a gadfly in the newsroom, no master. I keep on telling journalists, when people are doing well, say they are doing well. Okay. When they're not doing well, let us also say, hey, you're endangering the lives of our people.
You are doing well.
You are doing well. So I'm telling you now that you are
doing me well out.
You are doing well. And because you are doing well, we have to ease you out. All right, thank you, Chief.
Bless you.
Thank you for
always a joy
this morning.
Thank
you.
We'll
take a break, and when we come back, we'll look at the flood alerts and state preparedness for this. Stay with us.